Abhishek.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. So one advice I would like to tell to this batch, I mean, I'll be telling the other batch also. I'm sure you are interacted with your seniors. Yes, how many of you have interacted with your seniors? Second year and third year, I'm asking. Only second year. How many of you have interacted with your seniors? For regarding what?
Regarding iterations.
Regarding
Iterations.
hydration. Okay, fine, no problem. You all had gone for that meet, which was at what Thane or Mulund somewhere. There was a meet, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
So you all those who have raised your hand have gone. You had gone for that, is it?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay, fine. You can lower your hands. Uh, Abhishek, will you just raise your hand? I'll unpin you. Can you hear me? I get to see bad network quality. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Stop spotlighting. Fine. So one general advice I would like to give. Aishwarya Thomas, will you just come up?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm spotlighting you. Okay. Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Good evening. Okay. Fine. No problem. No problem. Just be there. I'll just talk to the whole batch first. So one thing I'm sure you all have interacted with your seniors. Let it be SY. Let it be DY. Now you have something of your own. Okay, you don't have to completely follow what your seniors have said. Let it be SY, let it be TY. Okay, so you are you. So please think from your end also. Don't just blindly follow what your seniors have told you. Okay, let it be positive, let it be negative. Let it be about the subject, let it be about the syllabus, let it be about the teachers, let it be about the exam, let it be connected to anything with respect to BSc IT. Don't just blindly follow what your seniors have told you. Okay, so you must, I mean, you should be mature enough to understand what you must follow to be successful in the sense, I will not say gaining A grade or O grade. That is not what success is. Okay, for me, success is whatever you are studying, the subjects that you study in BSc IT, what is your takeaway from the subjects? Okay, what are you understanding from the subjects? So for me, you joining the lecture and sleeping, you can join the lecture. Now since it's online, you join the lecture and you're sleeping, keeping the mobile aside, you're sleeping, or just for attendance you're joining. All that I'm not, for me that's all not of any, what to say, no role to play for me. Okay, in my case, in my subjects, whatever subjects I'm going to teach you. So it's not only my subjects or all the teachers, every subject that you are learning something related to computer science or information technology. A part of computer science is information technology. So when you compare your syllabus with computer science, you will see almost similar things in computer science and IT, but that is a little more technical. Okay, but IT is not that technical, but still when you see the mathematics part and all, it's hard. It is not easy. I will not say it is easy. So when you are studying some subject, you must have only one thing in mind. What am I what am I gaining? What is my takeaway from this subject? What am I understanding from this subject? What is the skill I have developed from this subject? This is what you should have in mind, and not getting an O grade somehow. No. Especially online O grade is of no use. Online O grade is of no use. I know how many of them would have given the exam sincerely, and how many of them would have done whatever you have done. Okay, I don't want to mention anything about that. So that is all that no one can control that, nor you, nor your parents, nor we teachers. Okay, how much ever we go for proctoring what you are doing during exams, you will do what you have to do. Okay, so that is not an that is of less concern for me now. Okay, so your intention now, semester one is over, so you all know how serious the subjects are. It is not just easy. It is not like now in your 10th standard, in your 12th standard, uh, I'm sure those who have joined classes, you have everything in capsule manner. You have another book. Apart from the textbook, you have another book that is given to you. And there is a question, one question which will come in 10 possible ways. The same question which will come in 10 possible ways. All the 10 questions are given and the answer is given in short form. You study like that and go. That is not the way it should be. You should actually study the textbook. You should read every line in the textbook. So now you don't have a print, you are not buying textbooks, you don't have a printed version of the textbook, fine, no problem. You have all PDF version of the textbook, no problem. You open the PDF, you are comfortable reading the book in the mobile. If you can read books in mobile, other books other than, if you want to switch off the video, you can switch off, Aishwarya, no problem. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you to switch on. So you usually have the habit of reading books in mobile, not the subject books, the other books. So you use your mobile to read textbooks also. So you can use your laptop to read textbooks. You can use your PC to read textbooks. You have everything in the PDF format. But please read the line. So you are not comfortable reading textbooks, no problem. You are not understanding a topic. You search in net. So you have many sites like Investopedia, you have Stack Overflow. So these sites, for example, when you take Stack Overflow, suppose you are throwing a doubt and you in the Google and you get the Stack Overflow as a first option you see in Google. You click on Stack Overflow. There are 20 or 10 to 20 different opinions about the same topic. So when you start reading each one's opinion, you are also, when you read, you are also gaining knowledge about that topic. Oh, okay, you can think like this also. You can think like this also. So this is what you are gaining. So it's okay even if you are not comfortable reading a textbook, no problem. But you have to read about the same topic again and again and again, so that you can understand. Now there is one restriction as a student, you don't have time after a certain, for example, now I am the only person who has started the practical slowly. So I think Sudhana would have told you when the practicals will start. So maybe 2 or 3 weeks, after 2 or 3 weeks, or after the practicals will start. So once everybody starts the practicals, then you can imagine how hectic your schedule will be. And plus you have assignments, means if it is a practical, you have to submit each practical as an assignment in MS Teams within a time period given. For example, now suppose today I'm going to teach roots of quadratic equation and exp of x. These two, they are very simple programs. So your schedule, you have to submit it by 11:59 today. Okay, you have to submit the assignment by 11:59 today. So that's your target. Okay, so you have, the time is being given to you, so you have to submit. So that again, imagine for all the 5 subjects. Okay, if this has to be, if the teachers are following that. So then I'm sure all teachers are following that. So if it is in that manner, you have a very hectic schedule. Apart from that, presentations. Apart from that, maybe you have short projects to do. So all these things, you will be busy, so you don't have time to. So when you should allot at least 1 or 2 hours, especially for studying what is happening daily. This is degree. So when you gain a BSc IT degree, what have you studied? Okay, hope you will all join offline next year. So assuming if you're joining, then no problem. Okay, if you're not joining and it's going to be online, and if you're going to join the meeting and sleep or do some other work, then you're not going to gain anything. You're going to open your book just before the exam and you're going to write the exam. Nothing you are going to gain from that subject. Okay. So if you listen, like as students, I still remember what happened in my OS lecture, what happened in my C language lecture, some incidents, I cannot remember everything, but few incidents I still remember. So you should remember like that. I mean, I'm not saying you should remember. You should have that attitude while attending lectures. Taking down notes, you should do it the same day. That is very important. I know the difficulty of watching recording. Every student says, ma'am, you record. But are you really watching the recording? Maybe few of you watch. But watching recording of 5 subjects and you have 5 lectures for each of the 5 subjects per week. 5 5s are 25 recordings. Okay. Plus, if you have a practical extends for 2.5 hours. So assume you have a 2 hours recording. Okay, so each batch will have 1 2 hour recording for 5 subjects again. So 5 2s are 10 recordings of 2 hours each. Is it possible as a human being to watch all this and study all this? So it's better to hear what the teacher. Now, suppose if it was an offline lecture, what you would have done? You would have gone to the class. You would have listened to what the teacher is saying. You would have written down notes. That is what you would have done. Now you have one major issue, that is network issue. I understand that. We also face network issue. So then the recording is there. So then you will watch the recording. But even then, how many of them watch recording? Okay, I bet not all watch the recording. I bet 75% of them don't watch the recording. Okay, don't watch all the recording. I bet. Okay, even that 25, I don't know. I'm not there is no guarantee that the 25% of the classes is watching the recording. Okay, so when you go to, suppose you are being placed when you are in third year, when you go to the company, just this morning when I went to college to sign, I met a senior around 3 to 4 years back. She's alumni of our college. So such that I know she was not that smart in the college. So in her during her time. So then I asked her, how are you coping up? So then she said training is being given. Then they'll tell you where to search for the content, what to read. They give some materials, they give some PDFs, or they will tell you some sites where you have to go and study. So you are in a position to you have to do everything by yourself. Okay, there is no one guiding you that this is what it is. You have to find out. If there is a statement in C, if there is a statement in C++, or if there is a statement in Python, there is a statement in R, there is a statement in Java, there is a statement in C Sharp. So all when you have something you are seeing in front of you, what is that statement for? How will you understand? You have to search by yourself. Every line that you read that you have to use in your industry, no one will be there to guide you. You will understand that when you come to TY. You will be assigned guides, like we teachers will be guides, but it is you only who will develop the projects. So that is where you come to know, okay, we are in a position to study things and develop projects. So that is where you are applying whatever you have studied. So what I'm trying to tell you is, please, at this in this semester itself, I'm telling you, I'm sure you maybe few of you are like that, few of you are not. So maybe you are like that, no problem, very good. If not, please start developing. Now semester 2 just started, so please have the habit of writing down the notes, especially for maths papers, microprocessor, the and if I start, it's for all the subjects. Okay, I will not mention like that. All the subjects. Green computing, maybe you can just go through some material and you will know how to write green computing. That is not that. I mean, you have that in you. You can study it by yourself. That is not an issue. It's all in English language. You all know English language, so no problem. But subjects like operating system, the maths, numerical and statistical methods, operate object C++ language, microprocessor, all these are very important. Of course, the digital electronics and microprocessor is with respect to the hardware of the computer. So it is just giving you an idea of, okay, this is how it is working, which is not seen, which is not visible by our naked eye. So this is something that is happening inside of that box, okay, which is in front of you. So that is what you're studying in digital electronics and microprocessor. That's okay. But others, even the operating system. So, but the others are, you should know how it is working and everything, which you will be using later on. The hardware thing, maybe very few of you will go into that core hardware thing. You may all be interested in software, but anything that you are, whatever subject you're studying, just understand and study. Now, teachers may spoon feed in the beginning, later on, at least from me. Don't expect spoon feeding later semesters. Okay, in the beginning, I will, maybe I will, even that you will know. I'm sure seniors would have told you that also. Okay, so I don't have to introduce myself, who I am, right? So you all would have asked about the teacher, so you all know who I am, how I am. I'm sure you all would have known. No, from your seniors, did they tell you anything? I'm not going to ask you what they told you. I'm just asking you whether you knew. No, no, no. That is all. The people are, it's okay. You will know how I am, so that is not an issue. So, what I would like to tell you, that spoon feeding. Why did I use the word spoon feeding? You should not have that attitude which you had in 10th and 12th. Okay, everything was spoon fed. Everything was given to you in the form of modules. Okay, but at degree level, you should develop the habit of understanding things by yourself. Teachers are there to guide you. Okay, a teacher can guide you how to go about it, but you have to develop that attitude or that sense of understanding things and learning things within yourself. Okay, you have to try it by yourself. That is very important. Okay, let it be any subject. So you have to try it by yourself. Now, especially the language, I usually take language subjects right from the first one, C language, which I didn't. Now in the this or even semesters, as a semester 4, 2, 4 and 6, I take practicals only, and in semester 1, 3 and 4, I take language. So next semester I'll take Python. The next semester 3, I'll take Python. Semester 4, 5, I will take ASP.NET with C Sharp. So I usually take language subjects. So what I would like to tell you about languages, the logic building. So the logic building, again, one logic the teacher will tell you. One logic. Okay, one logic the teacher will tell you. Now you may do it in even a better logic. Now, if the teacher is using 10 lines, you may use 5 lines and finish the program. No problem. Okay, you may finish it in 5 lines. No problem. That is your logic. But you have also arrived at the answer. No issue. You don't have to blindly follow what the teacher has said. No problem. You think yourself, you build a logic, you can apply that, you can write. At least in my subjects, whatever I say, whatever logic I am giving you, you have to follow. No, you can create your own logic, because when I see the logic, I also work out and see manually whether your logic is arriving at the answer. So, and then only I give marks. So then that is not an issue at all. You can use your logic, but you must try. Okay, so logic is something which we have to develop within ourselves. And this, we can develop this logic only when we do it alone. Okay, when the teacher or friends are not with us, you will do it by yourself. That is how I learned to some. I will not say I am great or my logic is that. No, if I have understood logic, it is not because the teacher has told me you do it this way. We do things. For example, when at the PG level, we have a subject called you have a subject called data structures, which is in semester 3. That subject is very good in building. Which will help you in building logics. So you have to write the code. Each and every line you write, and you see what is the output immediately. So you will be happy to see, okay, we have done this much, we have done this much, we have done this much. You build the logic step by step, and you see the output in each step. So then you will also be happy, okay, I've done this much, I've done this much, I've done this much, and finally you reach the actual output that has to be, I mean, that has to come. So if you can, I'm just guiding you, I'm just telling you, you should have this attitude when you are especially learning language. Okay, so when you are doing programs, any language you are studying, you should have this attitude. So if the teacher is teaching something, then you should go, okay, if you're interested. For example, WP you had in semester on web programming. Now people may be interested in developing websites, so you can find out, okay, what should we do in this? If I do this, what will happen? If I do this, what will happen? Ma'am would have taught you one way, okay, you can try the other ways. Okay, so this is all that should be in you as you are into BSc IT. Okay, so logic building is something very important when you're doing BSc IT and BSc Computer Science. Okay, so this happens, or this can happen only when you do something by yourself. One part, one logic the teacher would have guided you. You should try. Okay, can I do it in some other way? Can I do it in this way? Yes, you can. But of course, you have to arrive at the statement the teacher has given you. So if I am saying find the sum of the digits of a 5-digit number, then the logic should be for that for that sum of the digits. Now it need not be something that the teacher has taught. You can go now, but the teacher, sir, would have taught you 2 lines to find the, either there will be a while loop and 2 lines he would have written for sum of the digits. That is okay. So I spread it to 3 lines. I don't finish it in 2 lines. That is because at the earliest stage you should know how the logic is being built. Okay. So I spread the 3 line. I use 3 lines inside the while loop, but usually people use just 2 lines inside the while loop. So that is all each one's choice. But our point is, are we understanding what we are doing? That is what we want. And you are developing a logic, no problem. So there is something called optimization in when you are using when you are writing a program. Optimization is the time taken for that particular program to work. So the code that you have written, if much time is taken by the CPU, then that is not much time, then that is not an optimized code. Okay, it should take less time. When the CPU is executing your program, it should take less time. That is what is called optimization. But as a new person into this logic building, we can take more time, no problem. No one is going to stop you in these 6 semesters. These 6 semesters, no one is going to stop you. You have time to build your logic skills. Of course, when you go to the industry, it is a target. So they will call you on Wednesday and they'll say, I need this project to be over by Saturday. Now that's a target. So then you sit 24 hours a day and you work on it and you finish. Of course, you will get a holiday after that by Friday night. Saturday, Sunday is a holiday. That is there. But there are targets which are being given. We have to go with the target. So that is all something which you will achieve. No problem at all. After seeing that girl this morning, I am like, anybody can get into, she's also into developing that to Microsoft. So for the client is Microsoft. So if she can do that, I felt anybody who can, who has the willing to who has the will to be a developer can be a developer. So developer in the sense, you should know some there will be a language which you should know. Not only language, you have many other things which you should know, and you work on it and you achieve it. So don't have that fear, don't have the fear factor. Of course, there is no jadoo, hard work and your effort to understand, that is very much necessary. Your attitude that, okay, I have to, the way you sit in the lectures, yeah, I know everything. If I just see one night, I will do it. That one night study is of no use. Okay, that one night study, especially boys, you are very sharp, and girls sit the whole month before, 1 month before the exam. They sit and study 24 hours, and finally they get 98%. You all just study for 1 week and you get 98%. Okay, so that is how you are. That is not an issue. That's a major difference between girls and boys. That's how girls and boys are made. So that is not what I want to tell you. I want to tell you that it is very serious, or it is very important for you to understand the concepts and study more on the concepts. I understand you have less time. So then when you have less time, what is there in front of you? What is there in the syllabus you understand? That much you do. Don't go for extra things. Extra things you will do when you join a job. So don't go for extra things, but at least what is there in front of you, the syllabus, what the teacher has told to study, you understand that. Okay? And for me, I am ready to help you anytime. WhatsApp. Now you can develop the code. You will write the code. You can send me the code in WhatsApp, and you can ask me any doubt. You know the doodle is there. You circle with doodle and ask me, ma'am, why is this? Ma'am, why is that? Suppose you are not following it in the lecture. Suppose you are not present for the lecture. So you can do all that. I am giving you the liberty till semester 6. Okay, so you can message me, you can paste the complete code in WhatsApp. So I will also execute and see in my system whether it is what is the issue. Suppose I'm not able to find out by reading, suppose I'm not able to find out, then I will execute and see and I will reply to you. So at any time, maybe now after my health issue, I'm not able to concentrate in the evening and the night evening time. So that is an issue. But otherwise, next day morning I'll reply. Okay, so that is not an issue. Maybe sometimes I do reply in the night also, but sometimes I don't. Okay, so that is not an issue. But whatever doubt you have, you can ask me. All that is, so that freedom I am giving you. Okay, for me, if you are studying and asking me doubt, that is what I want. That means I know, okay, you're studying. Okay, I have that, I feel good. Okay, you are studying. So that is something I understand when you ask a doubt. So this is from my side. And also I had sent that NPTEL thing. So people who are, I sent this morning and it was there in the official group also. Sarojini ma'am has said. So this NPTEL thing is when you finish a course in NPTEL, did was this discussed during the orientation by Mahalakshmi ma'am? Did she discuss this? Do you want to know anything about NPTEL? Hello, students. Huh. Acha. Okay, then no problem. Then no problem. Then I'm not repeating. Okay. So you can, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. You can message me and ask. I will tell you. No problem. So and the spoken tutorial, Aishwarya had asked me. So that is yet to be. I'll tell you when after the next meeting, I'll let you know what it is. Okay. So those who want to do spoken tutorial courses. Okay. So that is about spoken tutorial. So now, okay, now let me just, yes, Aishwarya, video please. Yeah, your stream in 12th standard?
Ma'am, I was in science stream for 11th and 12th.
College?
I studied at Model College in Dombivli.
Oh, you stay here only, Dombivli. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. There was one teacher, what's her name? So tell me your teacher's name from the IT department.
In first sem.
No, one lady from she was in Vedanta College and she joined Model College. What her name? Okay, no problem. So why did you choose SIS?
Ma'am, SIS was actually one of the reputed colleges. There was definitely Xavier's, SIS, and other colleges. I was interested in that, and also I didn't want to go that far to Navi Mumbai side. Sion was somewhere that I could travel, but now because of COVID, we are all doing online lectures.
Yeah, from 12th standard we are at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Is any special reason for joining IT? Why IT?
Um, Actually, I up until recently I wasn't really that interested in IT, but after I took computer science in 11th, 12th, I developed a little bit interest in IT, and I thought I could pursue that. And IT also seemed like a vast field. I wasn't really sure in what specific field I wanted to go, so I thought that if I could get into BSc IT and after I would complete the course, I would get an idea about what exactly to pursue in the future. Like there are many streams in IT, right? Like data science and there's definitely ethical hacking, etc. So I would get a broad idea about where exactly to pursue.
Did someone guide you, or you only decided to do BSc?
No, I only decided.
Any seniors you know from SIs? Not the current.
Any
of your friends?
no, ma'am. So actually, there was this one guy who helped me out in CS, but I don't know his name. He helped me out with information and all.
Fine. No problem. He was from SIS.
Yeah, he is still studying, I guess. But he was the one who helped me out with the details and all.
Fine. Yeah, you can stop the video.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Anthony Raj Jackson. Raise your hand. I can pin you, or you pin yourself. Anthony Raj Jason. Sorry, Jackson. Jackson. I don't know what is his actual name, Raj or Jackson. You're there in the meeting? Your name is Raj. Okay. Raj is there in the meeting? No, I think. Fine. Then Jebin and Cho. Jebin is there in the meeting? No. Neha Athani, roll number 6. Neha.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, video please. Yeah. What was your stream in 12th?
Ma'am, it was commerce.
Commerce. So you had mathematics. From which college?
Ma'am, Holy Family.
Where is this?
Marol, Chakala.
You stay there?
I stay in Powai, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So why not colleges in Powai?
Ma'am, I kind of like SIs.
You have very reputed colleges in Powai, right? No problem. No problem. So why IT? From commerce, why IT?
Ma'am, I liked IT.
You like IT. How come you developed a likeness?
Ma'am,
Someone is saying something.
I had it in.
That's don't let anyone voice for you. You tell what you feel.
No, ma'am, that's correct actually.
Yes, just let it come from you. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And I had it in 9th, 11th, and 12th. And I also liked the language and everything. Like, I was kind of interested in it.
But then in 9th, 10th, and 12th, what you had? What language? 9th and 10th you had?
No, 11th and 12th.
11th and 12th. What did you study there? HTML, State Board?
HTML, CSS, and Java.
State Board, right? State Board or CBSE?
Ma'am, State Board.
State Board. So then you have that HTML thing and all that, no?
Yeah.
You don't have. So from that you develop. So WP you score well in semester 1.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know, like,
Okay. So you are interested in websites like that? Or after your semester 1, do you have any liking for the C language? I don't think.
Yeah, ma'am. My interest kind of changed after semester 1.
Was it not difficult, C language?
Ma'am, it was a little at the start, but then afterwards I kind of liked it too.
You liked it, you were able to write it by your own, you were able to write programs?
Yes, ma'am.
You were able to sort of. Okay.
Yeah.
I will understand this today itself. Okay. No problem. Not issue. that is not an issue. I just wanted to get, I just wanted to know you. That's all. Okay, fine. Nah, thank you, Neha. Next, Kaif Attar Ali. What's your name? I don't know. Ali. Ah, Kaif Ali is your real name. Okay. Yeah, your video, please. Okay. What happened? Yeah, I can see. I can see. So your stream, 12th standard. You are also from commerce. Which college? Kurla. So you stay there in Kurla. Very near. Fine. And why did you choose IT? Hmm. Yes, our university doesn't have BC. University of Mumbai. Ah. That is not an issue. BCA, let it be computer application, let it be IT, let it be CS, you're going to learn the same thing. That is not an issue. And you can, if your aim is MCA, you can from BSc IT and also you can do your MCA. That is not an issue. Our own SIS have MCA in their rule, so you can go for it. So you know any seniors? There are many students from Kurla. Yes. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So each one has your own, has a very valid reason. Very good. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Next, Tanmay,
Yes, ma'am.
video please. Yes. What was your stream in 12th?
Science, ma'am.
Science. Which college?
Guru Nanak Khalsa.
Oh, so you know Rashmi, you know Rashmi Barrett.
No,
You know
ma'am,
her?
I have no idea.
No. Which teacher has taught you? Your HOD. You don't
Ma'am,
know
I
the
was
teacher's name.
I was not regular at college.
Are you regular here? Are you regular here for BSc
Yes, ma'am.
IT? I will know that. Okay. Even if you say S now, I will know whether you are regular or not. Okay. So,
Yes.
what is your, assessment of semester one? How difficult is this, or how easy is this?
Ma'am, it was
Very
kind of
similar.
difficult
It was difficult
because of online lectures.
because of
I
online
have,
lectures.
yes, ma'am.
You will not say network issue, right? Will you say network issue as a reason?
No, ma'am, I will not.
No. Okay, fine. But which WP was easy, no?
Yes, ma'am. WP and D was kind of easy.
RD was easy, huh? So then the others were math, C language, and
Yes.
what was the other one? No, the other one was communication skills. That also was easy. No?
Yes, ma'am.
Communication skills. If you know English, you can. That is what I feel. So okay, so the two subjects, that is IP and maths.
DM.
So maths is there till your semester 4. Okay, so all the best. You have maths till semester 4. So you have to concentrate and study. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I will try.
Yes. So you know any seniors? Passed out
No,
seniors?
ma'am, I don't know.
And seniors. Where are you from? Place.
Parel village. Shivdi.
Acha, okay. Fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Shweta Bhandari.
Yes, ma'am.
News on. Your 12th standard stream?
Yes. Science.
Science. And which college? Where are you from?
Same college, SIS.
Ah, so your own teacher taught you. You were from IT? Well,
No, ma'am, general science.
general science. Okay, so you know Kavita,
Yes.
right? You know Kavita. You knew Kavita ma'am, who taught you DE. The teacher who taught you DE, Kavita ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I know.
You knew her, right? So your option was good college. That's why.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
And SIS was in a walkable distance.
you stay there only in science.
Yeah, sign. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if once it's offline, any work to be done, we can call you anytime to college, right? Okay, fine. Thank you. Karna Bosle. Karna Bosle is there? Not there. Next, Supreet Bhuvanagiri. Supreet Bhuvanagiri.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah,
Am I visible?
not that visible. You are seeing dark. Yes, yes.
Ma'am, that's due to the light, ma'am. Thoda light.
Right. So what 12th standard stream?
Ma'am, I was in science stream in 12th.
Which
And
college?
SIS only, ma'am.
Oh, very
Yes,
good.
SIS. It was near to my college. So
Near to my college, near to my
near to my home. Sorry.
home.
Near to my home.
You
So
stay in Sign.
yes, ma'am.
Oh, fine. No problem. Why IT? But
Ma'am, even I don't know, ma'am. Where I'm heading, I don't know. So
you don't know where what to
no,
do.
actually, ma'am, I don't know. I asked my father what to do next. So he suggested you can do BSc IT in SS.
Oh.
So I did. That's it. Yeah.
What was
Subjects?
so then after the first semester, what do you think? You can continue, right?
Yes, ma'am. I can continue. I just need help in IP and DM.
You need help in
IP and DM.
IP and DM.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the language thing, there are many teachers now. Now Archana ma'am has started with the language.
Yeah.
So I mean the logic thing, and now the NSM practical also is you building logic. Okay, this practical session is also building logic. So
Baki,
logic.
Baki WP and CS D was easy because of Kavita and D I felt easy. Yeah, that's it.
But DE and also microprocessor will be easy, and this GC will be okay. Operating system is not easy. Actually, we swapped it for you. Your seniors studied operating system in semester 1 and WP in semester 2.
Even one my friend also said me he's from another college, so he had operating system first. So I asked him how you.
So that is not easy. Okay. So you know any seniors from our college?
No, ma'am. No, I haven't met. They only message in WhatsApp some events or something.
Oh, okay. So no, I just thought whether you know someone and then you have come, but then you said your father told to do so. Yeah. So I'll tell you something about me also. My father only told me to do BSc Computer Science, and I did BSc Computer Science. So we develop a liking for the subject and we move forward. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how it should be. That is not an issue. So there are at least 75% of the students who fall into the category that you put them into anything, they do well. Okay, they do something in that subject. So I think we are all we all belong to that category. So let us see what can be done. Okay, so we will do that. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
One more person I'll take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are Supreet, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Piyush and Nikhil I will take. So then after that I'll stop.
Yes, ma'am.
For now. Nikhil and Piyush.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, Nikhil or Piyush, someone come online. I mean, video, please.
Actually, my camera, I don't have a camera on my PC, so I cannot turn on the video.
It's okay. So you're not in mobile, you're in PC now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. So what was your 12th standard stream?
Ma'am, it was science stream, and I was in SIS college only.
Oh, very good. So no problem. So what is your assessment about BSc IT after semester 1?
Ma'am, it is good, but a little bit difficult.
Yes, it is not easy going.
Yeah, ma'am.
We have to work hard. You have
Yes.
understood that. That is what I want. Okay, you have understood that. Just like that, you cannot, go through all the subjects and get some marks and just go.
Yeah,
You
ma'am, exactly.
have to actually understand things and do. Okay. Gaining marks, as I said, I'm least bothered about what marks you are getting in this online exam. Okay, I will not assess you with the online exam marks. I will assess you in the lecture. Okay, how you. So I'm not able to assess. Actually, I'm not able to assess with this online exam. But still, I'm trying to. I have assessed your seniors also. They were also online. But the TYs, they were offline also. So I know them. I usually assess during the lectures itself. Okay, so what I would like to tell you all is please be serious. That is my single advice. Okay, thank you, Vish. Nikhil. Yes, Nikhil. Nikhil is there. Okay, no problem. So now I stop here. Let us go for the. So you all know Skilab, right? Everybody? Everyone? So I don't
Yes, ma'am.
have-
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you have installed Skilab. I'm using Skilab 6.1.0. So I don't know what version you are all using. No problem. Everything should work in any version of Skilab. But if something is not working, please do switch to the version that I'm using, because I have worked with all the programs last year. So everything is working in this version 6.1.0. So you can also go for it, no problem. So you all know where to write the code. You will write the code in SciNotes. Okay, you will be writing the code. Here, when you open Skilab, you get this screen. So in applications, you have SciNotes. You click on that, you get this window. Okay, and you will write the code here. Now, one major advantage when compared to C language is that there is no hash include, there is no main, there is no open bracket, there is no close bracket, there is no declaration, nothing in Skilab. Yes or no, students? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's easy for you to work with Skilab. Now the same thing goes with Python also. But C++, it's not so. It is same as your C. Java, it is not so, same as your C. Now the after Skilab, what you're going to learn is Python and R. So in Python and R, you have the same rules as your Skilab. Okay. So it is not very rigid. So it is flexible in the sense you don't have any all this whatever I said. But the hash include works in a different manner in Python and R. Okay, so there you call it as a package. In C language, you call it as header files. So your header files have the code for example, you use stdio.h. Why are you including that header file in C language? Yes, and also you have used conio.h, right? Okay, I have not used conio.h. You have used math.h. Okay, no problem. So you have used stdio.h, that is standard input output. So your standard input output will be handled with respect to your keyboard, your monitor, all these things. So what is necessary to use your keyboard, monitor and everything together? You will be using when you're using scanf, you're using your keyboard. When you're using printf, you're seeing it in your on your console or on your monitor. So for all the standard inputs and outputs, you're going to use stdio.h. That is what stdio stands for. So .h is your header file. So this is a file where, for example, you are just using printf. And when you say printf hello, you are able to see hello on the screen. Now, how is this happening? Again, it is not Jadoo. There is a code written for printf in the header file stdio.h. For example, you all have worked with Microsoft Word. We type a sentence in Word, or we type a word in MS Word. It shows a red squiggly. I mean, there is a red line that you see if you're typing a wrong spelling. Now, how do you think that is coming? How do you think that red line is coming? So there is a program running behind. Okay, when you click on Microsoft Word, the Word is opening, you are typing something and it is showing you a grammar mistake, it is showing you a punctuation mistake, it is showing you a spelling mistake. How is all this happening? There is something running behind which we are not seeing with our naked eye. There is something running behind. There is a code running behind. That is how, which is searching for the spelling of the sentence you are typing. It is automatically the word that you type is given as input to that code, and that code is giving you the output of that code is red squiggly. Okay, the red line that you see. The output of that code is the red squiggly. So that's how everything runs. Whatever you are using in your system, for everything, there is a code running behind. There is a snippet which is running behind, which is actually helping you to do things. So this is what you should have in mind always. So before you talk you talk bad about any software, since you are doing BSc IT, you must think twice, because you are also going to develop a software. So when you see some mistake in a software, of course, it is good to say this is a bug. Fine, that is okay. WhatsApp, you say this is a bug. Fine, that is okay. But before you say, ye kya hai, ye kya bakwas hai, that comment that comes from our mouth, you should be very careful, because you are also into this. Okay, you are writing a code, and when you are getting an error, you know what efforts you take to rectify that error. And that's how you get a beautiful output. Okay. So the software is also the app that you see in mobile, the online shopping that you do, everything there is a code which is written. That is how the app has come out. So when you search for something, or when you make the payment, there is a mistake, you must think twice before saying something. Okay, because someone like you has developed the app. Okay, so of course you should so when you are into that, you will actually understand. When you do the project in TY, you will actually understand the difficulty of developing an app, or the difficulty of developing a software. So when we are in IT field or computer science field, we should think twice before telling anything about any software or app. So whatever you do, whatever you study, why was that stdio.h? What is that printf? Why only we are just writing printf? You should understand that. Okay. So when you have that header files, in header files, the code for example, math.h, you are using sqrt. You're just saying sqrt of 4. You get the output as 2. So how is that happening? There is some code written in the header file math.h, which has a code written for sqrt function. Okay, any word that ends with an open and close bracket is a function. Open and close parenthesis. In computer terms, you call it as parenthesis. So any word that ends with an open and close bracket is a function in any language. Okay. Only in, again, it is different with respect to a few languages, but you can blindly say any word that is ending with an open and close parenthesis is a function. You have studied main, you have studied printf, you have studied scanf, you have studied getch, you have studied clear screen. So all this, you have studied many functions you have studied. So everything ends with an open and close bracket. Okay. Of course, you pass parameters inside the function. That is again fixed. When you write your own function, you can add the parameter list will be different. But if you're using a function which is already written, then the parameter list is fixed. You cannot create your own parameter list. Okay, so if you're using sine function, the number of parameters that you can pass to sine function is fixed because the code is already written for that. You don't have any control over the parameters that is being passed to the function. So when there is an already a built-in function, you have no right to change the parameters. But when you write a function, for example, you have discussed strings topics were discussed, counting the length of the string, concatenating two strings. You have studied all that in imperative programming, yeah. So you have ready-made functions. Also, you would have written a function of your own. Okay, so when you are writing a function of your own, you can add whatever you want. But when there is a ready-made function, you have to use the facilities of the ready-made function. You don't have any right to change the ready-made functions because it's already built in. You're just using it. That's all. Okay, so this has to be followed in all the languages. Things which are already present, we cannot change. Things which we are developing, we can change. Okay, so this is something which you should remember. So now when we go for, so let me start off with this quadratic equation. So what is the formula for quadratic equation, everyone? What is quadratic equation used for? What is quadratic equation? So finding the value of x. So if I is this a quadratic equation? Hello? Is this a quadratic equation?
Yes,
If others also please answer.
yes, ma'am.
I hear only carefully answering. What about others? Is this a general representation of quadratic equation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is Japan.
Yeah, what? Yeah, that is there. Okay. So then, suppose you have to find the root. Now, what do you mean by root? Why is that number called a root? What do you mean by root? So as you said, you have a 0 over here. What do you mean by root? Are we finding the value of this x by root? What about others? You have bisection method is over, right? Yes or no? Just started. It is not over. One sum is done, no? One sum is done, right? So you are finding the root, no, using bisection method. So you first find where the root is existing. I mean the negative and the positive range you find, and that is how you find, right? So you know zero will be in between the negative and the positive value. So if you are reaching a 0, that is f of x is 0. This is your f of x is the function that you have. So that is nothing but you will have equation. So if that is equal to 0, that means you have reached the root. Okay, so if I have to reach this, so this is equal to 0. So if I need this as 0, then I should have something in x, some value should be there in x. Assume there is a value for a, b and c. For example, if I take an equation, say x squared. Hope you all can see what I'm writing, students. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose there is an equation like this, x squared plus 10x and minus 24 is equal to 0. Suppose you have an equation like this is equal to 0. So if I have to get the 0, I need some value for this x, right? Other than after you keep quiet. Others will answer. Yes. If I need this should be 0, then I need something to be used in this x. Something should be used here in this x. So if I substitute something in x, I'll get a 0. So the value that I'm substituting in x and I am arriving at 0, that becomes the, can I put it that way? Students,
Yes, ma'am.
can I put it this way?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The moment
Yes,
we
ma'am.
substitute x, we get a 0. So then whatever you are finding there as x becomes the root. Okay. So since we are dealing with the exponent 2, okay, this is 2. This is called an exponent also. Or it is called the power is 2. We call it as a quadratic equation. Okay. So we go for more than 2, then you don't call it as a quadratic equation. So you call, since you have 2, so quadratic equation, you will find 2 roots. Okay, you have 2 here, you will find 2 roots. Now the roots can be of different type. What are they? What are the different types of roots for quadratic? Is someone saying something?
Yes, ma'am. It's real and complex.
Next. Real and complex, then?
Real and equal, real and unequal, and complex.
Okay, fine. That is it. Okay. So now we have to write the code to find the root. Okay. And also based on the value, I will be giving values for all the 3 types. Okay. For real and unequal, for real and equal, for real and imaginary, I will be giving the values. So you will write the code and you have to test whether your code is working for this. Okay. So that's what you have to do. So for example, how do we start off with the code? Okay, how do we start off with the code? So, so let us generalize. We cannot, when we are writing a program, I'm sure you have understood that we don't write a program for a particular value. Okay, we write a program. For example, suppose I have to find the sum of 5 digits. I will pass any number with 5 digits. Okay, suppose I have to find the sum of the digits of a 4-digit number. So then I will pass any 4-digit number. That code should work for any 4-digit number. So when we are writing a program, we have to write a program which is generalized, which is a generalized program. Any data that I give to that program, the output should come. Okay, so that is how our program should be. So what is the formula to find the root for a quadratic equation? One of you? What is the formula to find the root of the quadratic equation? Plus or minus b?
Minus b plus minus root b square minus 4a. B square minus 4a.
One second. Let me write as you say. Root
b square minus
b
4a.
squared minus. Is everybody listening to what others are saying? Okay, hope you all can see my screen also. That's more important. 4ac divided by
2a.
2.
2a.
Okay, so this is the formula that you have. Now we have to write the code for this. Okay, so is there any name given for what is written inside the root?
Discriminant.
Sure. What about others? Is it discriminant? Okay. So now, so what we are going to do is, so we'll, based on this value, the decision is made. How is the decision made? Whether it is real and equal, real and unequal, real and imaginary, how is that decision made? How is that decision made? When do you call it as real and equal?
मैम जब पॉजिटिव
Real
आएगा और
and imaginary, real and unequal. How do you decide this? Yeah.
On the value of b square minus 4ac.
So I assign it to d, suppose. Okay, so this d is this what is there inside the square root. Okay, so based on this value, can you tell me when it is real and equal? What is the condition?
D is equal to 0.
D is equal to 0. So how do I write in Skilab D is equal to 0, 1 equal to symbol? Is this correct? Forget about the if and then. Okay, I'm just asking you the condition. How do you write the condition when you are, this is a relational operator. When we are using a condition, we use a relational operator. Okay, when I say just a single equal to, that means what is there on the RHS is assigned to what is there in the LHS. But here I am talking about a condition. So I should add one more equal to symbol. Yes or no? Students? Hope you all know this. Everybody in the meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hope you are all not sleeping. Yes, 47 of you. Around 61 have to join and only 47 are there. Okay, no problem. So this is for real and equal. Now, can you tell me the condition for real and unequal?
When d is greater than 0.
D is greater than 0. So this is real and unequal. And the condition for real and imaginary or real, someone said complex. Fine. D
less than 0.
D less than 0. So you have already finished building the logic. Okay. So now what is that you have to, so please remember all this. I'm going to erase all this. Please remember this formula and I'll just tell you how to build the logic. Let me run it again. Please remember the formula. Okay. So here we are not going to scan and all that. Okay. We will learn about how to, that is how to replace scanf in Skilab. Maybe you would have done it in first semester. But in this example, I'm not going to read it from the user. Means I'm not going to get the data from the user. That means I'm not going to use keyboard to give the input to the program. Okay, I'm going to assign the value directly. Okay, so I need, you remember the equation ax square plus bx plus c. So there should be a value of a that is being given because our formula is minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So we need b value, we need a value, we need c value. These three values I need. So first I'll assign these three values. I'll be giving the three values for all the three conditions. I'll be giving the values. Okay. So first thing that you have to do is you have to get a value, you have to get b value, you have to get c value. Done. That is done. This is your first step. Okay, students. Are you understanding, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if it was in C, you would have done in C. Yeah, you would have done in C, you would have done scanf. In printf, you would have written enter the value of A, B, and C. In scanf, you would have written percentage D, percentage D, percentage D, ampersand A, ampersand B, ampersand C. This is what you would have written in C language. But in Skilab, I don't have to do all that. We just have to write. I mean, now I'm going to teach you assigning and getting the values. Okay. So later we'll go for scanning the values. Some other program we'll go for scanning the values. For this very first program, I'm not going to scan the value. Okay, so this is done. So this first part is done. Now after this, how did we decide it is real and unequal? Based on the value of D. And what is this D? What is there inside the square root? So we should calculate D. Yes or no, students? we should calculate this D. We have to write the code for this D. What is that? What should be written? B squared minus 4AC. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now this B squared, you cannot write like this. How do you write in Skilab? B squared, how do you write in Skilab? You can refer and tell me, no problem. You use Google, anything, you are free to do use anything, but I want an answer. B into B. Yes, you can write. Now that is there in your, in C language, we write B into B, but here there is an easy way to write, no, in Skilab. The caret symbol, which is above the number 6 in your keyboard. The symbol which is above the number 6. Okay. So I'm going to write this in Skilab format. So it is.
We also have to write.
No. Wait for my. Let me teach. Okay. See, you should write it on your own. Okay, I'm teaching. You can write if you want. Okay, I mean, you don't have to type it now. You can write. See, I cannot stop students from typing. Okay, if you want to type it now straight away in Skilab, you can. No problem. You can do it side by side. You can do it after my lecture. It is all your choice. Okay. So if you want to do it now and you want to, so you can tell me how I have to proceed. I will proceed accordingly. You tell me how I have to proceed. You are comfortable doing it side by side and then asking doubts. How is it? I will proceed like that. No problem. You tell me how. All have
साइड बाय साइड करते हैं, मतलब क्योंकि निमेश सर भी ऐसे ही करते थे साथ में, तो कुछ अगर एरर आता था हम लोग को तो उधर ही मतलब सॉल्व आता था शेयर स्क्रीन पर.
What about others? You are comfortable that way? Okay, no problem. Yes, so no, now I'm teaching. Okay, now I'm teaching. So here, so I will be teaching in the first part. Usually how I do is, I teach in the first part of the 2.5 session. I teach in 1 hour or half an hour I teach. Then I give time to code. So you will code and you'll ask us doubt. You'll ask me doubt. Okay, so that is how it is. So in Skilab, you will write it like this, minus 4 into A into C. Okay, so this is how you will write. Now we have got this D. Now we have to write the condition. Okay, if D is equal to 0, what has to be done? If D is greater than 0, what has to be done? If D is less than 0, what has to be done? That's all. And your program ends. That's all. It is as easy as that. Now, how do I write a condition in Skilab? Suppose first thing I want to check if D is greater than 0. I want to check if D is greater than 0. How do I write it in Skilab? Now, all those who did not answer will answer. The others in the class. Yes. Yes, students. How do I check a condition? Have you used condition in semester 1 in Skilab? Yes. So we write it like this: if there is no there is no need of any brackets and things like that as you do in C. Okay. So I check if D is greater than 0, then you have to use then. Okay. If D is greater than 0, then you have to find the roots. So let me take it as R1 and R2. Okay. You find the roots. So I'll just do it for one condition, and also the imaginary part I'll show you how to do. For equal to 0, I'm not going to show you. Okay, you will write it by yourself. Because why I'm not showing it is because you have already done in C language. The same program, you have to write it in Skilab, that's all. And I am also teaching you, so you can write it by yourself. So you should, this is what I said, you should try from your end. Okay, you should try from your end. That is how, this is a very simple program. So you should try from your end. That is how we will study. We will learn logic building. So if d is greater than 0, that means d is positive. So what are the roots? Minus b plus, one is with plus, the other one is with minus. So minus b plus, we have to find the square root of d. So you have SQRT function in Skilab also. So you find the square root of d and you have to divide by 2 into a. Now someone can tell me what I should write here. Someone other than Attar. Yes. Someone can tell me what I should write here. See, this formula everybody knows. Hope you are studying this right from your school days, okay? Minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So minus b, I have written plus here. What is the next root?
Minus b
Minus b minus SQRT.
Minus SQRT of b divided by 2a. Are you able to connect yourself to this code? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have finished finding the roots. Now you have to print this on the screen. So first you will print it. You can use the two statements that I will be writing here. First you want to print. You can use printf itself, no problem in Skilab. So printf, you will say roots are double quotes. I'm using the mouse, so this will not be clear. Roots are unequal. Sorry. Roots are real and unequal. Okay, you will close the code. And here you don't have to use. Do you have to use semicolon in Skilab? Do you have to use semicolon in Skilab after each statement? Are you thinking, or you're turning your pages to see?
Not after every
Do you have to use semicolon?
Ma'am, not needed.
Not needed. Who's this person who's talking? Who's that girl who told just now?
Ma'am, sweetie.
So you don't need a semicolon, okay? But since we are used to using semicolon, even in C++ you have to use semicolon. So we may have the habit of using semicolon, but the Skilab will show you the error, so no problem. So that is not an issue. So now for me it is really I really get confused because now in this semester I am dealing with Skilab, I am dealing with R, I am dealing with C language for graphics, and I'm using all these languages. So I will get confused, but you please don't get confused, okay? You only have C++ and this Skilab. You please don't get confused. So you same as your semester 1, it is semester 2 also. There you had C language and Skilab, here you have C++ and Skilab. So please don't get confused. So I may put a semicolon, I may not put a semicolon. You please don't get confused. I'm telling you now only, in Skilab, there is no need of semicolon. So this is to just see that the roots are real and unequal. Just I'm printing it on the screen. Now I want this root to be seen. I want it like this. Suppose I want R1 is equal to, the number should come. Then the next line I want R2 is equal to. And here it will be, these roots are equal, that will be seen. This is how the output I want. Okay, so then what do I do? Okay, for that. So for this R1, R2, I go for another. You can use the same printf statement. I am using another printf statement. Okay, you can use the same printf statement. I am using another printf statement. So the first thing that I want is, I want whatever you want to see on the screen, you have to put it in double quotes. That we have been learning in C also. The same thing you follow here also. We want R1 is equal to be seen on the screen. So you put that here. Now next, the roots need not be, we don't know whether it is an integer value or a float value. Okay, so we don't know that. So sometimes it will be an integer value, sometimes it will be a float value. So to be on the safer side, we write percentage f. Okay, because it will be a float value also. Now after printing this R1, I want R2 in the next line. So what do you use in C language if you want something in the next line? Yes.
Enter. Next one.
No, in printf statement, what do you use?
Slash n.
Slash
Slash
n.
n.
Slash n.
Backslash n, not slash n. This is slash. This is backslash.
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am, sorry.
Yeah. This is backslash. This is your slash. Your division symbol is called the slash. Okay, but this is backslash. So backslash n, this is called the escape sequence. Okay. So you have many escape sequences. So escape characters. So this is one of the escape characters. So you are giving a backslash n here also. Then after that, you want R2 in the next line. So R2 is equal to, again, percentage F. Okay, so this much you want. Now, where are these values present? Your R1 is present in the variable R1 and your R2 is present in the variable R2. Okay, so we have, yes, yeah. Okay, but then you are, how, I said the formula is there in front of you. How do you code that formula? You should know, no? You have various formulas now. Hereafter, in all that you use, now for example, you are studying bisection. There is a formula there. Yes or no? You are adding the roots and you are dividing by 2. It's a formula. Like that, you have complex formulas. You have secant method, you have Newton-Raphson method, you have regular Fauci method, you have many methods like that in NSM. Every method has a formula. So you should know how to write those formulas in Skilab. Hello? Okay, so I'm just teaching you how to code the formulas in Skilab. So that is why quadratic equation also I'm solving it in the same manner. Okay? See, everything can be done ready-made. I don't object that. But hereafter, there are formulas which is coming which has to be coded like this. We don't have ready-made functions for that. Okay? So that is why. So then here, so this is how, so this is over for d greater than 0. Now, will the if structure end like this? Now, in your C language, you have an open bracket and a closed bracket. In Skilab, how do I end the if structure? So for if d greater than 0, all the statements are over for the true condition. If d is greater than 0, when d is greater than 0, it is true. That means the condition is true. I have 4 statements to be executed. Fine, we have written the statements. Now after this, we should go for the next condition. If d is less than 0, what has to be done? And if d is equal to 0, what has to be done? We have to go for that. Okay, so we have to end this if loop. How do we end? How do we end an if structure? Sorry, did I use the word loop? I'm sorry. It is not a loop, okay? It's a if decision structure. You should never use the word loop with if. Loop is different, if structure is different. If is never a loop. Yes. How do I end the if structure in Skilab? There is no curly bracket in as you have. Yeah.
Ma'am, we can write end, word end.
Yes. Okay, so this is how you end in Skilab. Okay, so you can take screenshots of this if you want, and you can code it in Skilab. All can take screenshots of this. If you're remembering well and good, okay, so this is how you'll start. I've started off the code. This is how you start. I have written the code also for d greater than 0. Okay, so have you all taken a screenshot, everybody? I mean, see, I'm doing right click. Hope you have not taken with this. Okay, so hope all have taken a screenshot. Shall I proceed? Now I go for the next condition. Okay, so now I go for the next condition. D is found to be 0. So if that root part is 0, what is left is only minus b by 2a. Okay, so you have plus or minus this root by 2a also. So we put it common like minus b plus or minus root divided by 2a. So we can split it also like this. Okay, so here minus b by, so if this is 0, then this part is gone. You only have minus b by 2a as the root. So that is why you say roots are equal. Okay, so you say the roots are equal because you have x squared, you need 2 roots. Okay, so you say R1 is also the same, R2 is also the same. So you will have both will have the same formula minus b by 2 into a. This will also be minus b by 2 into a. Okay, so you calculate one and you write the same thing twice. That is also fine, no problem. Okay, it's not a mistake. So after this, you will write the printf statement saying roots are equal. Okay, printf statement. Now I don't have to write that again. Now, how will you display the root? You know exactly. You will follow what I told you in the previous. You have taken a screenshot for d greater than 0. Okay, so you that same printf statement you will write here. Is it clear, students? Everybody? Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Others. Others.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, please just unmute and say yes, ma'am, and then I will proceed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now we go for the next one. Sorry. Now we go for. Okay, so next we will go for b less than 0. So when it is b is less than 0, you will have a negative value inside the root. Here it will be a negative value. Okay, you have dealt with a positive value, you have dealt with 0. Now this is a negative value, the rest are the same. So when it is a negative value, you cannot find the square root. Okay, so you have to convert it to positive. So that is what we are going to do for the negative value. The steps doesn't change. Okay, so you are going to split the formula minus b plus or minus, this is 2a. So what you're going to do is you're going to split this separately and you're going to split this separately. Okay, so this becomes the real part, this becomes the imaginary part. This becomes the real part, this becomes the imaginary part. Okay, so you go for the real part separately, you go for the imaginary part separately. Now the real part will be minus b by 2a, minus b by 2a, and the imaginary part will be, since you cannot find the square root of a negative value, you say square root of minus d. Already d is negative. So you will have square root of minus d will become positive. And then you say 2 into a. Now here, the brackets are necessary. You know the role of parenthesis. Can I write it like this? Will this be minus b by 2a? What I have written here will be this. Other than Akhtar, someone else will answer. I will later ask Akhtar. Akhtar, sweetie, please keep quiet. Others. Now I want this to be executed here. I am coding it in Skilab or any language, in computer language. How do I write this? So I have written it like this. Is this correct? Will it work as expected? That is my question. Huh? Will it work as expected? I am writing minus b by, I have written the slash division symbol, 2 into a.
Yes, 2 into के तो स्टार ही आता है ना मेरे हिसाब से
What
properly
is the, you know the hierarchy of operators, right? Everybody? The precedence of operators, you know. You have studied that, right? So which operator will be executed first? This minus is a unary operator or a binary operator here? Yes. Minus is a unary operator or a binary operator? Please use Google here. Where necessary, you use. Huh? You have to use, I'm just saying C. Now let us see, that is the same for all. Okay. So do you see here unary comes first? Hello, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Then binary comes. Unary comes first, then the binary comes. Okay, so this is what you have to remember this in all the languages, it is the same. So here this minus is unary or binary? Do you see two operands on the either side of the operator or one operand? See, suppose I say A minus B. This is called operand. A and B are operands. And this is operator. Okay. If you see two operands on either side of the operator, then that operator is a binary operator. If you see a single operand, then that operator becomes unary operator. So you would have studied plus plus minus minus also. You would have studied A minus minus, sorry, A minus minus and minus minus A also you have studied. So if the operand comes on either side of the operator, then it becomes any side, any one side, okay? Either it is on the left or on the right of the operator, especially for the increment and decrement operator. Then you call it as a unary operator. Minus B is also unary operator. Minus A is also unary operator, okay? So when a unary operator is there, then unary operator will be evaluated first. So in this expression, unary operator is minus B. So this minus B will be executed first. After that, I have given a division symbol and 2. Then there is an asterisk and A. And also you know that the division symbol and the asterisk symbol both have the same precedence. Both have the same precedence. So when you have same precedence, it goes from left to right. You see here, multiplicative slash, it goes from left to right. So when you have the same precedence, it goes from left to right. So first this will be executed and then this will be executed, which is wrong. We want this minus B to be divided by the product of 2 and A. I don't want minus B to be divided by 2 and then multiplied by A. That is what I have written. Are you understanding, students? Everybody? Everyone in the lecture?
Yes, ma'am.
Precedence of operator was discussed, no, already? No? Okay. Okay, so if you have minus b by 2a, suppose you have an expression like this. If I, for example, let me put some value, okay. So minus 4 divided by 2 into a is 1. I'm writing like this. Okay, so according to you, what will be the value? So you have, what did you do? Minus 4. If I write it like this, what will happen is minus 4 divided by 2. That is nothing but minus 2. And it will multiply by 1. So the output will be minus 2. But what did I mean to say? What did I, of course, here it is, here there is no problem. But I want it, I mean, I want this to be, actually what is happening? This is getting divided by 2. And then it is getting multiplied by 1. But I want it to be divided by 2 into 1. Now let us take this as 2. So minus 4 divided by 2 is minus 2. Into 2 is minus 4. Okay, that is the answer you will get. But actually, I want minus 4 to be divided by 4. And the answer is minus 1. But what answer am I getting? Minus 4. Are you understanding, students? Everybody? Are you all there?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So a is equal to minus 4 divided by 2 into 2. Let me not go for this only. Let me go here. So here I'm getting this. So let me not go there only. Okay. So let me say a is equal to minus 4. Hope all can see. Divided by 2 into 2. Okay, the value is minus 4. Okay, but what I want actually minus 4 divided by 4, is it not? So the answer should be minus 1. But I'm getting minus 4, which is wrong. So what do I do here is, you know the BODMAS rule, you have brackets, what you have studied in algebra only. Okay, you have to add brackets if you want to give preference. Okay, so where do I add brackets so that I get minus 1? So should I add a bracket here? Will that solve my issue? I should add a bracket here. Okay, let us try. So I'm going to add a bracket here. I've got minus 1. Okay. So which expression has to be executed first? You just add a bracket. That's all. Means you want things to happen as you want it to happen. Okay. So then you have to add brackets here. Is everybody in the class with me? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you
Yes,
understand
ma'am.
what is happening here? Okay. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
parenthesis what is that? What are you asking? You want it you want it in a particular format. That is why printf. Okay. But in C language, you only have printf. Nothing can be done. Okay. So you have puts also in C language. But here we use printf because we want it in a proper format. Okay. So that is why we are using printf. And moreover, you are all comfortable with printf. So I am also using printf. It works in Skilab. Okay, so here I want it, I am directly working in the interactive, this is called interactive mode. And when you add a script, this is a script mode. Script mode is to write the script, write the code. And this is to just directly get the answer. Suppose I say A is equal to 10 and I want to see what is there in A. I just have to say A and I get 10. Now I can use this A further also. Okay, I can use, since already it is there in this workspace, this is called the Skilab workspace. So in this workspace, already the data is there in the memory. Okay, so now I can use A plus 20. He'll give me 30 because already in A 10 is there. So this, you can do it here also, but this is a long code, so you don't write it here. Okay, we can write the codes here also in work. But when we need it, we want to write it in a proper structure and execute. So then we start writing scripts. When you have long codes, you write scripts. Okay, so so this is also called an editor. This is a Scilab editor, or when you talk in Scilab term, this is a note. Okay, so in C language, that blue screen that you get is a C editor. You can type in that, and you're writing the script there, and you're getting the output in the black screen. Okay, so where you are writing the code is called the script, or it is called the editor. Okay, so there are different words that are being used. In Scilab, it is notes. Everything is the same. Did I solve your doubt? Okay, so here what is that I'm doing? So let me add a bracket here. That's all. Finished. Done. Let me add a bracket here. Finished. So minus b by 2a. Now there are students who will add a bracket here also. It is not wrong, okay? It will work. But why extra brackets? Why should you confuse yourself? Because we know the unary operator only will execute first. So why should we add a bracket? Just why should we waste by? I mean, why should we add a bracket? So that is why we avoid excess brackets, excess parentheses. Okay. Only if necessary you add brackets. Otherwise you don't. So for that you should know the precedence of operators. This is there in your the textbook that I have given. I mean that you have used for C is letter C, is it not? So you have this precedence table is there in your letter C textbook. You all have the PDF of letter C, right? Everyone. In that it is there in the first chapter itself. You will get to see this. First or second. First chapter you get for arithmetic operators, relational operators. Then later, when you go for further, when you study the increment operator, you get another big table of hierarchy of operators. So please remember all this. That is all very much necessary while programming. Okay. So hope everybody understood what is the role of this bracket, this parenthesis. What you have studied in algebra only, the Bodmas rule. Okay, the same thing you have to use here. The commerce students, please, those are not, since you have taken maths, I'm sure you have come across all this. So only if you have taken maths, you have got admission to BSc So you all have taken maths. So you should know these rules, okay? The basic rules you should know. Otherwise, the answer you get is drastically different. And then you will say, ma'am, I'm not getting the answer. So then when I go and when I see when it is offline, it was easy for me. When I go and when I see the code, then I get to know the bracket is missing. Okay, so you will directly say, no, it's not working. It's wrong. It's showing me wrong output. It is not working. The code is not working. It is not like that. We have made the mistake. Okay. The computer is an idiot box. We are telling the computer to do this. So we are the person who to be blamed, not the computer. Okay. The computer is an idiot box, we say, because it doesn't know to think. We are training it to think under machine learning. But now what we are using, we are not using machine learning. Okay, so here we are telling it to think this way. So it is thinking that way. Okay, so you should say you think this way, then it will think this way. Okay, so we have to guide it to think. So this is the real part and the imaginary part. Now you want the output to be seen in this format. That is the output of the will be in A plus IB format. Okay, so you want the roots to be seen in this format, A plus IB. So let us see how. So the printf statement we will need the first root will be, you want it as A plus B. Okay. Then you want it as, you want it in two lines. Okay. A plus IB and A minus IB. So this is in one line. This is in another line. So I use a backslash n. I will not reach here. So I am writing it in the next line. Okay. R2 is equal to, you write it in single line. R2 is equal to percentage F minus I. If you don't write this, you can see what happens is when you get a negative value, you will get to see the negative value automatically. So you can write I percentage F. And then you will write, you'll close the double quotes, R comma I and R comma I. Okay, in both the cases, you want the root one will be A, this A and B. Second case also it is A and B only. So both are in R and I. This is A and this is B. This is A, this is B. Okay, so both are in R and I. So you use it as did anyone take a screenshot? I erased it. Okay, I'm writing. Shall I write it again, students? Others in the class.
It's okay, ma'am. I have taken screenshot.
You have taken screenshot? Okay,
Yes,
so you
ma'am.
will write it that way. So all the three conditions I have solved. So after every if condition, please add an end. Okay, after every if condition, please add an end. So now you can finish it fast. So you open this Skilab and you start off. So I'm giving you the values for all the this one. So please take down this also. B is equal to 10 and C is equal to minus 24. Okay. This is for roots are real and unequal. Okay, these are the values for roots are real and unequal. Roots are real and equal. A is equal to 1. B is equal to minus 6. C is equal to 9. Then roots are real and imaginary. 1. B is equal to 1. And okay, so when you can write all this in your code. So when you're running, what you will do is first you will comment all these. Okay, for commenting and uncommenting, you have a short key. Control D is used to comment. Okay, so I have commented now. For uncommenting, I have to use Control Shift D. So this is used for uncommenting. So once you will comment all this and then you will run. So you will get the output for this only. Then you will comment this, you comment this, you uncomment this, Control Shift D, you uncomment this and then you run. Then you comment this, you uncomment this, Control Shift D to uncomment, okay? And then you run. So you will get in one code itself without changing. You add all this in the first part and you comment everything and then you uncomment one by one, you uncomment and then you run the code. Okay. So after this, you will go for D is equal to, then you will go for if D greater than 0, you will write the code here. Then you will go for if D is equal to 0, you will write the code. You can take screenshots of this. Okay. Are you all there, everybody? I'm sure many of you would have started coding also. So then after this, you have if D is less than 0. Okay, so you have to write the code for that. So you'll include the code for that. So the lines have to be written here. Here the lines have to be written. That's all. And then you save and execute. You save. I have the code already with me. Okay, but if I take it out here, you will take a screenshot of that. That's why I'm not taking the. One example in the sense the code I have given you already. No, you type it here. Understood? R1 is equal to, type the formula here. R2 is equal to, is someone doing with me? Already started typing? Is there anyone doing with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I've started.
Sure, people have started. Real, and you will write it like this. Huh? Okay, then you write this, then you write printf, then you write R1 is equal to. Start off like that. Because you all know Skilab, I am asking you to write. If it was a new C language, suppose I am teaching it for the first time, I will not ask you to write. Okay, since you have already studied Skilab and I also showed you, that is why I am asking you to write. Did you take a screenshot of this d greater than 0, everybody? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Share it in your unofficial group, not in Teams, not in the official NSM or FIBSC. There you are not allowed to. Okay, now since you have requested, I'll just show for one. So let me comment all this, otherwise this will create an error. No problem. I'll show for one. So I say minus b plus sqrt of b squared minus 4 into a into c. Okay, so this I have finished with the numerator. I have made mistakes. Someone will tell me what is the mistake. Okay, 2 into a. There is a mistake here. It will be wrongly calculated. Someone will point out that. Okay, next minus b minus sqrt of b squared minus, no, I don't have to write this here. Okay, you will only tell me what I am doing here. What is the mistake I am doing? Someone will tell me.
Bracket.
अभी क्या mistake किया मैंने? Now what mistake I am doing? Can someone tell me? Mistake in the sense it's not mistake. I'm rewriting. I don't have to write something, but I'm writing. Some change to be made here. Can you tell me? One is bracket. Yeah, where do I have to add the bracket? Only
4
to
AC.
okay? So I have added the bracket for 2 into a. Okay. Now next, what is the mistake? Mistake
And
in
4 AC should also be in bracket.
4 AC. Should I write this at all? Can I
SQRT.
Ma'am, 4AC is equal to instead of that you can write D.
There you are. So I just have to write D. Okay. Because I have already calculated it here. And I've stored it in D. Okay, so I just have to write D. That's all. So done with the roots. I have finished calculating the roots. Here again, is it correct or something else I'm missing? Is this correct? Something is missing, or is it correct? Is it correct or something is missing, students?
Comma.
Comma? What comma? Where comma? Where should I add comma? No, your net. There is a network issue from your end, I think, or I don't know from my end. I'm not able to hear you. Okay, so this is exactly what you have done. You do in your, so you want R1 in one line, then you want R2 in another line. So you have used a backslash n. Okay, so you all know why we use backslash n. So you want R1 in one line and R2 in another line. That is why you have used backslash n. Okay. Now here I think I have made a mistake, students. What I have written is correct. Will this work correctly? Is there any bracket missing? Or am I correct? Hello, you're all there?
Ma'am, shouldn't from the SQRT to A be in bracket?
The minus B plus SQRT of D, you're saying.
No, SQRT of D shouldn't be in bracket.
No, this is already a single term, no? Then again, why you want to put that in bracket? It's already a single term, no? But for us, this is the numerator. And this is the denominator. You want the numerator to be divided by the denominator completely. You want to calculate this and divide it by 2a. Now what will happen here? Here the precedence is first what is there in bracket will be executed. Then the division will be executed. So SQRT of D will be divided by 2a and then it will be added to minus b. Are you understanding? The algebraic rule that you have.
Again.
Hello?
Ma'am, can you please explain again?
Yes. See, I'll go here. Now, when I write minus b, hope this screen is visible. Okay, so
Yes.
when you say SQRT of D, and I hope you understood why this is in bracket. Okay. Now, if I do this, now the hierarchy of arithmetic operator is the modulo, the division, and multiplication first precedence, then plus and minus second precedence. So this is the precedence for arithmetic operators. This is the first precedence, this is the second precedence. So first these operation will be done and then these operations will be done. So in this expression you have an unary minus. So unary minus first. Okay, so unary minus will be added to SQRT of D. And then you will have this, it will be, unary minus will be done. This is done, okay? It will not be added. Unary minus will happen first. Before that you have parenthesis, so this will be first. Then this will be second, done. After this, you see this hierarchy, this will be done first, is it not? Plus and this is only remaining, which is having the first preference. This will be done first and this will be done second, no? Out of these two operators. Yes or no? Hello, students. Those who asked me a doubt, the girl who asked me the doubt, did you understand everybody, that girl?
Yes.
Whoever is it?
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
understood.
So this will be executed first and this will be executed second. So out of this remaining expression, first it will be divided by 2a, SQRT will be divided by 2a and then it will be added to this. And that is not what I want. I want this to be executed first. I mean this whole numerator to be divided by the whole denominator. So this should be in brackets. Is it clear, everybody? You should know where to put brackets. You don't have to add extra brackets, okay? You will take time to understand because this was not discussed. You will take time to understand. So when you execute, you will understand. Okay, so you will know the answer. What should be the answer? I will tell you the answer. So I'll stop screen sharing and I will calculate the answer and I will send a screenshot of that. I'll show you the answer. Then you will know what are the answers. Okay. So here we have to add a bracket here. And add a bracket here also. this bracket sqrt of d, this is a function. This is a function. This bracket is, d is the parameter. You all know in a function what is a parameter? Yes or no, students? Everyone? Hello? Functions was discussed, no, in C language. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So in a function, so sqrt is a function and d is the parameter. So every function I said will end with an open and close bracket. Okay, so this open and close bracket is of the function. Okay, so this has nothing to do with this expression. So this whole thing is a numerator and this whole thing is a denominator. So you have to give a bracket for that. Otherwise, I told you what is happening. Also, I explained with another example, live example I showed you. If you change the bracket, what will happen? Okay, when you don't include the bracket, what will happen? Now let me try to run this. I am done with the coding of d greater than 0. For this, we assume it is d, so it's already saved as t.xc. Okay, so the output is here. Let me clear the screen. For clearing the screen, you can use CLC. Okay, you can use the command CLC to clear the screen. And let me run it again. Save and execute. So I see the root. I see the root as, you see here, now you see this roots are real and unequal. And you see immediately R1 is seen. That is because I have not given a backslash n. So let me give a backslash n here. Okay, and I run it again. So now I see roots are real and unequal and I see the root R1 is equal to 2, R2 is equal to minus 12. I'm seeing the root. Okay, so this is for this equation. What is the equation? What is this equation actually? Ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, that is x squared plus 10x minus 24. That is the equation. For that equation, this is the root. Is it clear, students? Everybody? Hello? Did you all understand? I'm running it
Yes,
again.
ma'am.
I'm running it again. So I get to see the roots over here. Is it clear? Let me add a backslash in here so that it is even more clear. I'll add one more backslash in. I will add one more backslash in here. I will add one more backslash in here. Now I'm running it again. So now it is even more clear. Let me clear the screen. I run it again. Okay, roots are real and unequal. R1, oh, I have wrongly given. Hope you are understanding what mistakes I am making. I run it again. So this is your root. Roots are real and unequal. R1 is 2 and R2 is equal to minus 12. Are you all convinced, students? Everybody? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Others in the class.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you execute with me? Any doubt, you can share the screen and ask me.
No, ma'am, no doubt.
So the same way you write the code for this. Now I'm going to share you what is the output for all these three values. Okay, so you can cross check after writing the code. You can cross check. So today we are. I think we'll have to. Acha, yours will be over by 6 o'clock. Okay, we'll have to stop with this program only. Okay, let me stop sharing the screen because I don't want to show you the code I have written. Then you will take a screenshot of that and you will execute that. I don't want you to do that. Okay. So let me show you the output. Okay, so once I run, that is done. Now I comment this, control, I uncomment this, I run again. So this is the output. And again I comment, I uncomment this, I run this, I'll get the Okay. What do? I share a screenshot. Is it the screen? So let me. Please be in the meeting. Don't leave the meeting without my permission. Those who are there. One second, I am sharing the screenshot in the NSM group. For all the for roots are real and equal, for roots are real and imaginary, and for roots are real and unequal. Okay, just wait for a few minutes. NSM group, where is NSM group? Hope I am audible and you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all trying now? You have to finish. There is one more program. Only after that I'll set the assignment. So I've just started the practical, so it's okay. This week I'm not giving you any deadline. There is one more program, EXP. After completing that, I'll schedule the assignment. So you can. Not loading.
Ma'am, I had a doubt in general.
Yeah. Ask me.
Ma'am, how are you going to take the practicals?
Means?
Practical exam.
Practical exam.
Yes, ma'am.
Practical exam, I conducted differently in different years. I conducted differently actually. So actually, how we do it offline is we give a program. There will be a question paper which will be given, and you have to write the code and execute. So,
Ma'am, I have uploaded my screenshot of the screen. There is some error. Can you tell me?
yeah, I will tell you. Wait 1 second. Let me answer her question.
Okay. Yes.
So that is how we do offline. So online, I have been doing it differently. Now for one batch, for one year, I did it in. I share some part of the code in the PowerPoint, and I take Viva. I ask you, what does this mean? What is this for? I ask questions like that, and that is how you are being evaluated for 50 marks. 10 marks is 10 marks for journal, and this evaluation is done. Now, recently I asked them to write the code at home on a paper and explain each and every line in the code. So that now the writing the code, since you are at home, you may copy and write. I cannot stop all that. Okay. Of course, I can ask the video to be. I can ask you to. The video will be on. You have to keep the video on during exam. So you may find out any method to copy. I cannot stop that. You may write the code. Fine, no problem. But you have to explain each and every line in the code. There you will lose marks. You will get 0 there. Okay. So I have had such cases. And when you start explaining, I get very drastic difference in the code that is being written and the explanation. So you lose marks. So that 30 marks is for the explanation. 20 marks goes for the code. So that is how I split. 20 marks goes for the code and 20 marks for the explanation. Or I may split it as 10 marks for the code you write and 30 marks for the explanation. 10 marks is for journal. So it be like that. So that is what I followed last year. Now I will every year because it's online we can go for anything. So when it is offline, you have a fixed method. You have to execute, and we will ask Viva. You have to explain, and then it will be evaluated. Okay, so there is no way to copy and all. No way. At least in my exam, you cannot copy. Okay, so you can if you know any seniors, you can ask them. So you cannot copy. I will catch you immediately. So that's not possible in offline. And also when you come to submit the paper, I will ask questions. So you'll be caught there. So immediately you will know the marks. So in practical, usually I tell them, we'll try next time. So you will, if it was online, you will immediately know whether you are clearing or not. Okay, so because you know what you have done, so that is how I do. Now this semester, let us discuss if there is some uniform thing that we have to follow in the department, then we'll follow that. Otherwise, each teacher will go for her own. So I will let you know that 1 month before. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You be thorough with the code. Each and every line I am explaining. I will explain each and every line of the code. This is a simple program, so I am asking you to type. Okay. Otherwise, I'll be explaining each and every line of the code. So you have to just understand each and every line. If you're present for my lecture, you can. Okay, now. Yes, who has posted wrong? I'm not able to see properly. Wrong number of input I'm given. If b greater than n, r1 is equal to minus b. Roots are. Where is that data? Printf you give printf. Who is this person who has shared? Whoever has shared.
Yes,
please write printf in the second line.
Okay, ma'am.
No, not only that. Wait.
Okay.
You have written the division symbol slash. It is backslash.
Oh.
And you have not completed the code also. Write backslash n. See the code. See you. Okay, I'll share my screen. Not this one. I'll be posting the output for the other options also. Let me share my screen for.
Ma'am, also journal will be handwritten or Word document?
Journal will be Word document. We will set an assignment. Okay. You will type it in Skilab. You will execute. You will copy this and paste it in a Word document. You will name the Word document. I will tell you what to name. Okay. All that instructions I'll be giving you. And below you will you will paste the screenshot of the output. Okay, screenshot of the output you have to paste. Screenshot. Okay, so I will know from the screenshot whether you have done it in your system or some other system. Okay, so you should have now, for example, I will post this one. So you will be saving your code somewhere. So I'm sure you will name it as your name in your system and you will be storing your code somewhere. So when you execute it, I will see the path. So then I will know whether it is from your system. Now don't try to play smart in that. Those who are good at those who are smart, you will just change the name and you will ask that person to give you the screenshot. Don't do all that, okay? You want to learn something, you please do it by yourself, okay? So this you have already done in C language. I am asking you to do in Skilab. You are facing issues. But I did not just like that teach you. I taught you how each route is working. Okay, so like this, I'll be teaching you and you should try to code. If you're finding problems, I'll once again teach you. I don't mind teaching once again. I'll once again teach you. But I want you to understand and do. Please practice that right from, if you have not done it in semester 1, please start from semester 2 with respect to all the subjects. Is that clear? Spoon feeding, don't, of course, it will be done when it is a new language. But when something is over and the same thing is being used, so then with respect to language, there will be no spoon feeding done. The concepts will be explained. Now I'm teaching quadratic. I showed you how it has to be done in Skilab. Okay. Whoever asks, was I clear with, am I clear with what I said? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay,
you.
fine. All the other groups are getting loaded. NSM is not getting loaded. WhatsApp. I'm not able to give you the output. Okay, shall I give it in the Teams chat otherwise? Students? Hello?
Yes,
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay, ma'am.
give it in the Teams chat. Can you see? The others have come. It's just a screenshot I've
yes,
taken. Can you see the output, everybody? Is it clear?
yes, ma'am. It is clear.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
So this is for roots are real and unequal. I have given the values. Okay, I have clearly. Hope you have taken a screenshot of this also. Have you taken a screenshot? Is my screen shared? No.
No, ma'am. You are not sharing this.
Wait. I'll share the screen. You take what is this? One second. So you take a screenshot of this also. These are the values. Okay, please take a screenshot of this. So when these roots are real and unequal, this is the output. We got it. A is equal to 1. This is for real and equal. You'll get 3 for these values. For these values of if you have your own values, no problem. Huh? If you have your own values from your maths notebook or from maths textbook, you can take it. No problem. So you have roots and real and imaginary, you have this output. Okay, so you have to match it like that. Is it clear, students, everybody? I think we are going beyond the time. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
can we disperse?
Yes, ma'am.
Hope you are okay with my style of teaching. That is what I want to know. Yes, I want others to react. You want me to do something different, please let me know. Something I have to add to what I'm doing, please let me know. I want everyone to benefit with what I'm doing in the lecture. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we meet next Tuesday? Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Please
Okay, ma'am.
finish this. Any doubt you have, you can paste the code in WhatsApp and ask me, or screenshot in WhatsApp and ask me. I will let you know what is the issue, what is the error. I will tell you. Okay? Personal. No disturbing others in the group. Okay? Personal. Okay, fine. Thank you, students. I end the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Yes, bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.